In this video, we continue our G1 Climax tournament in WWE 2k24. Alright, now let's recap our standings from G1 Round 3. In the A block, Okata, Seth Rollins, Bryan Danielson, and Kenta Kabashi all have 4 points. And then in the bottom half of the A block, Tanahashi, Angle, Bret Hart, and Samoa Joe all have 2 points. Things look a little different over in the B block. Lesnar is on top by 2 with 6 points. AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, and Will Osprey all trail with 4 points. Masawa, Chad Gable, and Eddie Guerrero all have 2 points. And Gunther remains the only person in the G1 who has yet to win a match, and he has a big goose egg with 0 points. To start off the show and kick off this round's G1, Okada takes on Samoa Joe. Okada has 4 points, Samoa Joe has 2 points. A win here by Joe would get him up in the top of the A block. A win here by Okada would put him on top of the A block. All right, referee rings the bell. Both men square up. OG ring. OG New Japan ring in play here. Okada showing the strength, rolls through with Joe, picks the head, drops it on the knee. Now lifting the bigger competitor to his feet. Straight kick right to the gut. Okada with a neck breaker and a drop kick. Joe is finding himself reeling early on in this matchup. And now Joe going to have to use the ropes to get himself to his feet. But Okada comes in for the attack with a drop kick right on the face and a senton, trying to drive the air out of Samoa Joe. Keep him breathing in this matchup quick. You still have 3 rounds of this tournament you got to compete in. You can't exert yourself too much, even though this is round 4 and every win matters. Okada now starting to pick apart Joe, but Joe now finally with some offense, trying to take Okada back in the ring and takes him headfirst off the apron. Samoa Joe going to inflict some damage out here on the floor first. Throws him into the barricade. Samoa Joe double chop, lifts up Okada, air raid crash, and Samoa Joe dropped him right on the ground. Okada fighting to his feet, now at a 7 count. Okada back in the ring, beats the 8 count. Joe going to throw him right back to the outside, but he doesn't. Pull back shoulder block, and now Joe gets him up, powerbomb position, and drops him on the mat. Samoa Joe immediately into the cover, not wasting any big moves here. You got to remember this tournament has been going for 4 rounds now and has 3 rounds left. These competitors are not looking to exert themselves more than they need to. Joe gets caught just as I said that, spinning tombstone. Joe going to lift Okada back up, but Okada 1 step ahead with a headbutt. Senton block with the knees. Joe is still in this thing. Overhand chop. Okada ducks it. Samoa Joe again finding himself reeling in the corner. Okada just waiting. European uppercut drops him out of the turnbuckle. And Okada again looking to signal the end of this match. Joe reversed the Rainmaker. Spinning back fist Rainmaker. Not able to reverse that time. Into the cover to pick up a victory in round 4. Okada pins Samoa Joe. And that will give Okada 2 points. And that will now take the Rainmaker to 6 total points in this G1 tournament. Next up on the card for round 4, AJ Styles takes on Mitsuharu Masawa. I'm expecting nothing less than a banger out of these two, so let's get right into it. Masawa right back up, but AJ again with a hip toss. Masawa right back to his feet again. AJ with the back chops, backing him up into the ropes. Masawa goes for a strike. AJ ducks, catches one of his own, lifts him up, shin breaker. Now AJ hits the ropes, has Masawa down for a second, and drops the knee across the face. And now Masawa kicking AJ away, trying to create some offense. He does not want to end up like Samoa Joe and just get dominated the whole match. Drops AJ down. AJ still fighting though. Gets back up to his feet. Grapple position, gets Masawa into a brainbuster. And now AJ, after dropping Masawa all the weight on his neck, still only able to get a 1 count. AJ's offense is very methodical here. You can tell he's thought out this match ahead of time and his game plan. As Masawa now on the apron, and not good a place to be. AJ straight right. Masawa blocks. Masawa tries to take AJ to the corner, and AJ fights his way out. AJ kicks him in the gut. Pulls the hand through, looking for a pump handle. Gut buster. Masawa back to his feet. AJ catches him straight right hand. AJ wrenches the arm. Masawa returns the favor with an elbow. Going for the roaring elbow. AJ reverses into a flapjack. Lethal combination there by AJ, and he only gets a 2 count. AJ has been all over Masawa early in this match. Masawa tried to hit the rolling elbow, but to no avail. AJ ducks it. AJ lifts Masawa back to his feet, goes for a chop, gets blocked. Masawa from behind. AJ scouts it, returns the favor. Masawa now hits the point of the elbow. AJ catches him on a run-in off the ropes now. AJ goes under, catches Masawa, another hip toss on a different level than Masawa here. Knee in the back, pulling him back by his chin. Masawa able to get out. And now it's AJ who finds himself off the ropes. Masawa goes under, catches him in a drop kick. Not wasting any time, right back on the attack on Styles. Masawa looks for an Irish whip again, right into the knee. Again, we see the strategy here. You saw Okada use it against Joe. It's to drive the air out of the opponent. AJ having to pull himself outside the ring. Masawa was in that position a minute ago. AJ catches him with a forearm. As soon as he gets back in the ring, Masawa's waiting. Lifts him up, backdrop suplex. AJ lands right on the back of his head. Masawa wasting no time, off the ropes, into another drop kick. Perfectly executed senton. Masawa again lifts AJ to his feet, staying on the attack, no wasted movement. AJ off the ropes, gets caught. Masawa just grabs his head. This is my grab your head move, and AJ takes that advantage into the calf killer. Referee does not care about rope breaks. This is WWE 2k24 after all. You're lucky these calls even look like them and don't have random logos or bald. Masawa lifts him up, elbow strike, and AJ is knocked out. Referee slides into the cover, and AJ before 3 kicks out of the roaring elbow, followed by the Emerald Flosion. And you got to think, what does Masawa have left for AJ? 2 of his best moves there as AJ starts to rally here. Can't let him get to his feet. Another senton, and Masawa lifts AJ up. Handful of hair, throws AJ, but AJ reverses and Masawa spills to the outside. AJ smart not to waste any time outside the ring, brings Masawa right back in. AJ now heads out of the ring after stomping the knee, goes up to the top. AJ Styles spiral tap. AJ Styles hitting the spiral tap out of nowhere, and that will still not do it. Masawa kicks out. AJ Styles now heads out to the rope, and he might be looking for that phenomenal forearm. Can he hit it? Masawa gets hit right in the forehead. AJ Styles to pick up a round 4 victory, and he does. AJ Styles with an impressive victory over Mitsuharu Masawa will pick up 2 more points, and that will now tie him with Brock Lesnar. And without any delay, we're going to jump right into an A-block matchup. Bryan Danielson takes on Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi with 2 points, Danielson with 4 points. If Danielson can pick up a win, he will tie Okada, who picked up a win earlier, with 6 points. If Tanahashi is able to pick up a win, he will join 3 other competitors with 4 points in the A-block. Both competitors lock up center of the ring. Danielson takes over, puts Tanahashi right in the corner, and Danielson goes for a kick to the gut, but gets blocked. Tanahashi wrenching the arm over the ropes there. Moves in again on Danielson, repositioning, but Danielson elbow right to the bridge of the nose of Tanahashi, follows it up, uppercut with the shoulder. Tanahashi blocks another strike, turns Danielson around. Danielson with another elbow, and spike pile driver, center of the ring. Tanahashi gets dropped right on his neck. Danielson not wasting any time now, stamping on the hamstrings, rolls Tanahashi over, and Danielson's target seems to be the knees of Tanahashi as he gets kicked away. Very well documented that Tanahashi has had problems with his knees. Danielson stuns with a jawbreaker, gets caught with a back chop. Tanahashi now reverse DDT on the floor. Tanahashi now continuing the strikes on Danielson, not wasting any time. Tanahashi trying to get Danielson in the ring, reverse Irish whip. Danielson takes the advantage, and Danielson now, Tanahashi gets up off the floor. Danielson sidestep, kick to the face, sleeper suplex. Tanahashi trapped in the corner. Danielson looking to make his mark, pulls him to the top, and a direct slap to the face. And now Danielson follows him up, possibly top rope Hurricane Rana. Danielson now turns him over, hooks the leg right into the Hurricane Rana, right into the cover, and only a 1 count. Bryan Danielson drops the knee from the top rope into the cover on Tanahashi for round 4, and he kicks out at 2. Danielson again, not wasting any time, goes to the top rope one more time, and this time diving headbutt, but he doesn't connect. Well scouted and baited there by Hiroshi Tanahashi. Now Irish whip, Danielson off the ropes. Tanahashi goes over, goes under into a suplex, folds Danielson up, bridges the suplex. and that's only 2.9. And now Tanahashi heads out to the same turnbuckle. Danielson tried to hit the headbutt. High fly flow connects into the cover to put away Bryan Danielson. Tanahashi wins in round 4. A win here by Tanahashi, and an impressive one at that. Gives him 2 points, takes him up to 4, and that will tie him with Rollins, Danielson, and Kenta Kobashi. A Ruthless Aggression era classic here. Eddie Guerrero takes on Brock Lesnar. Guerrero with 2 points. He is in desperate need of a win here, especially to end the momentum of Brock Lesnar, who sits at the top of the B block with 6 points, tied with AJ Styles. Referee rings the bell. Guerrero tries an enziguri immediately, but misses. Able to catch Brock Lesnar afterwards somehow, but gets dumped to the outside. A crazy start to this one. Eddie Guerrero 2 steps ahead of himself. Now back in the ring, Lesnar there to meet him. Slings him to the other side into a shoulder block. Lesnar now with the strikes, pummeling Guerrero. Now backdrop suplex. You can't let Brock Lesnar start to throw these suplexes around. He'll wear you out quick and throws Guerrero right back to the outside. Brock Lesnar with a sheer sign of disrespect. And now Lesnar on the attack and just gets right back in the ring. Doesn't even bother. Lesnar is here for a fight. Guerrero now gets planted with a Uranagi. Lesnar now staying on the attack. Another Irish whip. Clothesline taking Eddie out of his boots. Lesnar is not about the bullshit in round 4. He is trying to get out of this with a win. Lifts up Eddie by his hair and just throws him. Lesnar signaling this may be the end. Charges in and catches Eddie in the face with a knee. Lesnar now stamping on the hand, stalking Guerrero. Just stomping and hitting anything Guerrero leaves out for Brock Lesnar to get a hold of. Lesnar now again with Guerrero. Gonna toss him again. Lesnar is tossing Guerrero all around the ring. We might be looking at a complete destruction here. Lesnar now lifts Eddie into a suplex and vertical suplex to the mat. Guerrero, though, dodges the stomp, charges in, knocks Lesnar to the outside. After taking the vertical suplex, Eddie with some life. Lesnar right back in the ring. Eddie right back on the attack, takes him to the ropes. Trying to get the Beast in a position where he can deal some damage. Choking Lesnar on the ropes is one way to do it. Guerrero staying on the attack, lifts up Lesnar, but it gets kicked away. Now Brock Lesnar into the pinfall after kicking Eddie away. Gets a 2 count. Eddie able to kick out. Lesnar now with Eddie's hair again, lifts him up, throws him right to the floor. And now Brock Lesnar will follow up. We saw before he tossed Eddie right to the floor and just left him there. But now he lifts him up, takes him to the mat. Brock Lesnar is just grounding Eddie Guerrero. Lesnar double axe handle. Guerrero, though, able to throw Lesnar in the ring, still with some fight. But he gets grappled as soon as he enters. Off the ropes, into a clothesline. Lesnar into the cover. Off the clothesline, 2 count. Eddie able to escape again. And that might have been a bigger mistake for Eddie, as Lesnar is going to look to finish this match. Pulls the hand, lifts him up. We all know what's coming. Eddie Guerrero, though, elbows to the nose. Able to fight his way out of the F5. Now he lifts up Lesnar. Over the head, traps the arms. Looking to tap out Brock Lesnar, but not even able to hook the arms of the bigger competitor. Eddie moves right back in, though. Wrenches the arm. Gets dealt with an elbow. Lesnar takes him over to the ropes. Looking to finish off Guerrero and just tossing him into the ropes. Eddie has been no match for Brock Lesnar in this round 4 matchup. Eddie to his feet quickly. Trying to grapple Lesnar again. Eddie showing incredible heart here. Goes over, goes under. Catches Lesnar off the ropes. Spinning heel kick. Lifting him right back to his feet. Eddie Guerrero kick to the gut. Lifts Lesnar up. Brainbuster. Thought he was going to go for the 3 amigos. Instead drops Lesnar on his head, but doesn't pick up the win from it. And now Lesnar's reeling. Now's Guerrero's chance. Stomping any limb Lesnar leaves available. Lesnar crawling the turnbuckle. Pulling himself to his feet. Guerrero right there to meet him. Working on the bigger arms of Lesnar. Trying to take out some of those suplexes. Eddie on the second rope. Lesnar trying to figure out where he is. Insane offense, but gets caught. And Lesnar just tosses him to the center of the ring. Kicks Eddie right in the face. And this might be the end here, folks. And it is. Lesnar beats Guerrero with a straight kick to the face. And this is just going to show the dominance of Brock Lesnar in this tournament, as he now leads the B block once again with 8 points. Next up on the show, we've got Bret Hart taking on Kenta Kobashi. Kabashi right in with the chops. And now the Tongaloa special takes down Bret Hart. You gotta respect someone of Kabashi's stature to take a page out of a newer wrestler's book. Shout outs to Tama Tonga. Enough bullshitting though. Bret Hart is getting twisted up here. Able to reverse out. Impressive reversal front drop kick. Now off the knee with a face buster. Bret Hart turns Kabashi over. Again, hooks the leg, but gets caught with an enziguri. Kabashi right back in on Hart. Irish whip to the turnbuckle, this game's favorite move. Spins the Hitman around. Drop kick to the spine. Right in the lower back. Drops him in the corner. And Kabashi just choking out Bret Hart with the knee now. Into the cover. Kabashi probably saw Lesnar just win with a random kick. Gets a 2 count on the Hitman, trying to take advantage. It seems like competitors are more tired in this round 4. Lifting Hart to his feet. Overhand strike. Hart able to reverse. Now stump puller on the leg. Stretching that hamstring out. Looking to make the Hart family proud here in this G1. Lifts up Kabashi. Bret Hart begins to fire up. Starts throwing lariats on a victory here as he goes into the cover. Flurry of strikes. Kabashi still out at 1. Bret Hart, though, right to his feet. Back body drop by Kabashi. Both men jockeying for position here off the ropes. Kenta gets back body dropped. Every competitor so far, I believe, has used a brainbuster. Does everybody just have a brainbuster in their moveset? Hart now lifts Kabashi to his feet, and he is stunned right into the corner, and a kick to the gut drops Kabashi to the floor. And now Bret Hart, this won him the match against Danielson, looking to lock in the figure 4 on the stairs on Kabashi. Bret Hart taking no prisoners here, and Kabashi is out on the floor. He might have just passed out from the pain. A win can only happen in the ring, though. Bret Hart knows it. Trying to get Kabashi in there, but he still has some fight. You got to ask how after getting locked on the wooden stairs and the metal ring post. Both competitors still trading elbows outside the ring. Bret Hart finally able to get him in the ring. Hart now answers a 6 count. Begins to show off a little bit. Bret Hart with a near fall, drives the knee into the face, and now going to try to drag Kabashi. Well, I thought he was going to drag him to the center of the ring. Just says fuck it and drops the leg. Kabashi now kick to the gut, grabs Hart, lifts him up, power bomb, and now we could see it. The top rope moonsault. Kabashi heads up, turns around, moonsault on target. Kabashi hooks the leg to pick up a victory in round 4. He pins Bret Hart. And a big win there by Kabashi. Gives him 2 points, and that ties him now with Okada with 6 total points in the A block. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Kurt Angle. Rollins with 4 points, Angle with 2 points. Seems to be the theme of this round. Turning Seth Rollins head over heels with that suplex. Again, Kurt, another toss. And just like Lesnar, you cannot let Kurt Angle start to toss you around this ring with suplexes. Rollins answers, forearm to the back of the skull. Angle answers by wrenching the shoulder to the mat. Rollins kicks him away. These men going move for move, reversal for reversal here. Rollins picks him up, delivers the forearm, and that will finally stun Angle and take him to the mat. Rollins now again clutching the arm, lifts him up, revolution knee strike. Now Angle kicks Rollins away, trying to get to his feet. It's all about establishing a vertical base here, and Kurt Angle showing it. Rollins catches the stomp, though. Rollins immediately into a cover. Referee not in position, and that will cost Rollins at least a 1 count. Angle now reverses. Rollins now over the ropes. Angle, hard punch to the face. Gonna follow Rollins out to the apron, and now backdrop onto the side of the ring. And you know that in 90s New Japan, that shit was not padded either. We know that that shit that he just did hurted. Rollins again blocking the forearm of Kurt, able to get back in the ring. Rollins there waiting on him, lifts him up. Gutbuster over the knee. Rollins lifts up Angle. Can't grab his hair because he has none. Able to get him stunned on the ropes anyway. A kick right to the hamstrings. And now going to choke out Angle on the top rope. Kurt Angle's reeling here. Catches the forearm, though. Still with some offense. Angle from behind. Possibly going for the Angle slam. Gets thrown into the turnbuckle. Now Seth Rollins hooks the leg. Angle in trouble after the flurry, but able to get out at 2. Rollins not wasting any time either. Right to the top rope. Seth Rollins with a frog splash right on target, and Kurt Angle is in trouble. but he still kicks out before 2. Rollins moving in, angle to his feet, and a stomp drives him face first in the mat. Rollins may have just secured a round 4 victory, and he does. He pins Kurt Angle with the curb stomp. And Seth Rollins picking up 2 points. We now have 3 competitors in the A block with 6 overall points. Okata, Seth Rollins, and Kenta Kobashi. All right, the moment of truth. Can Gunther finally pick up a win, or will Chad Gable be able to stifle his momentum? Let's jump right in and see. Referee rings the bell. Gunther dodges the chop. He's got to be on his game in this matchup here. Lifts up Chad Gable into a suplex. Gable gets shoved away. Walter not letting him close in. Right into the corner. Trying to cut the ring in half here. It's not a tag team match, but Gunther knows his ring awareness. Lifts up Chad Gable onto the top rope. Gunther just beating Chad Gable senseless. And now Gunther just wrenching Chad Gable with his foot. And Gable falls to the floor. Gunther again lifts Chad Gable up off the apron. And Gable is getting manhandled here by Gunther. Gable trying to scurry to his feet. Gunther again on the attack. Off the ropes into a chop. And then a senton. Gunther again trying to wrestle Chad Gable away from any type of vertical base into a heel hook here. Gunther now taking a break from the assault to head to the top rope. Possible mistake if it doesn't connect, but it does. Elbow drop right to the heart. Into the cover. Gable out at 1. You got to give credit to Chad Gable for being able to kick out at 1 from a guy like Gunther jumping off the top rope. This guy's fucking huge. Chad Gable able to fight his way free. Gunther just shoves him away in STO. Now Gable going to try to take out the powerful clotheslines and chops by taking out the arms. Lifts Gunther back to his feet. Chad Gable slips behind. German suplex. And he keeps his hands attached. Gunther's in trouble after all the offense gets dropped by a triple German into the cover by Chad Gable to pin Gunther and make him pointless. And there you go, guys. The ref doesn't see Gunther's hand on the ropes. Gable slips out with a quick victory. Gunther remains at 0 points. Look, man, I'm just going to say it. It is what it is. If the referee doesn't see it, did it even happen? And that's what Gunther is going to have to live with, as he is still left with 0 points. With only 3 rounds to go, that pretty much makes the G1 unwinnable for Gunther. He will still stay in the tournament because it is a round robin, so he can still cause losses for other people. But for himself, the G1 is now unwinnable. And that brings us to our main event of round 4. Will Osprey takes on Kenny Omega. Both competitors here with 4 points. Who will come out on top with 6 by the end? Let's jump in and find out. Kenny lifted right back to his feet. Osprey stuns him with a strike. A series of strikes now. Kenny reverses, sweeps the leg. And now Kenny springboard, top rope springboard, cross body. Kenny lifts Osprey up, fireman's carry. Osprey fights himself free, reverse DDT. And now Osprey standing moonsault connects. Kenny trying to regain his footing here. Osprey throws him off the ropes, goes over, catches Kenny, German suplex into a bridge here. Kenny has to be careful. We know this referee does not want to count rope breaks, as we saw in the Gunther match. And now Kenny with Osprey on the floor, hooks the arms, underhook pile driver on the floor. Osprey now off the turnbuckle head first, able to get his footing. Omega staying on the attack and still tossing him around. And now taunting Osprey to get in the ring. Osprey going to take his time, collect his thoughts, immediately gets in. Kenny off the turnbuckle. Osprey to follow up. Kenny reverses the Irish whip this time. Drives the knee right into the gut. And now Kenny stomping out Osprey on the mat. Omega staying on the attack, lifting Osprey to his feet. You never know what one of these guys is going to hit next. Reverse DDT out of the scoop slam. Kenny still trying to fight his way to his feet. Osprey, though, revolution elbow. Right back to his feet, though. Osprey trying to stay on the attack. Lifts Omega up into another elbow. And now trapping the arms of Omega and beating his head into the mat. Will Osprey is on attack mode here. And Kenny Omega is in trouble. Kenny rolling out of the way, trying to create some space. Grabs Osprey, lifts him up off the knee. And Ushigoroshi into the cover, hooks the leg. Can Osprey kick out? And he does at 2. Kenny stomping Osprey into the mat. Lifts him up. Deadlift powerbomb. Flips him over. V-trigger. And that might spell the end for Will Osprey. The knee right to the face. But he kicks out just before 3. And now wisely rolling out of the ring, not letting Omega follow up. Omega still, though, pulls Osprey wisely into the ring, trying to continue his work. Jumping up, backstabber. And Osprey trying to escape the ring did not work this time. Omega is having none of it as he continues these brutal stomps. Lifts Osprey to his feet again. Fisherman Buster. Kenny Omega, top rope springboard moonsault into the cover off the springboard. 2 count. Osprey gets out just before 3. Stay on the attack while Osprey is reeling. Into the corner now. Kenny lifts him up. Scoop slam. Off the ropes. Drop kick by Omega. And now Omega begins to size up Will Osprey. Says it's the end. Running V-trigger into the cover. A round 4 victory. Kenny Omega with 2 points. And there you have it. The main event. The cleaner picks up the victory. All right, now it's time to look at our standings now that we have completed round 4 of the G1. Looking at our A block, it is still anyone's game. Okata leads with 6 points. Rollins follows with 6 points. Kabashi is also tied with 6 points. Bryan Danielson and Hiroshi Tanahashi both have 4 points. And then rounding out the A block, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, and Samoa Joe all have 2 points respectively. Now taking a look over at the B block, things are a little bit different. Brock Lesnar leads the block still by 2 points with a total of 8. AJ Styles and Kenny Omega follow closely behind with 6 points. Will Osprey and Chad Gable just behind them with 4 points. Mitsuharu Masawa and Eddie Guerrero behind them, both with 2 points. And then to round out the G1 with no points is Gunther. And just like that, we're done with round 4 of 7 in this G1 tournament. Let me know what your favorite match was below. What are your opinions on this round of matchups? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.